Hello children. Today in E.V.S. 1 for Standard 4, we are going to learn a new lesson. Natural disasters. A natural event is a major adverse event resulting from natural processes of the earth that causes great damage or loss of life. That is the meaning of natural disasters. Now children, can you tell which frightening natural events can be seen in the picture? Yes, in this picture we can see that it's a volcanic eruption. In the next picture we can see that the trees are being cut down, so that is known as the deforestation. Natural disasters. Disasters that are of natural origin are natural disasters. Floods, earthquakes, tsunamis, landslides, hailstorms, etc. are natural calamities. Now we shall learn a new term, disaster. It means a very serious mishap, one in which people or animals can get injured or die. Crops and other property is destroyed. Houses collapse. We do not have enough knowledge about when and where natural calamities might happen. It is impossible for us to prevent them. We must not get frightened by such disasters. Instead, it is more useful to find out how to face such a disaster if it happens. Now we shall learn about untimely rains. In our country, we get rains only in a certain period of the year. In Maharashtra, it rains in the months of June, July, August and September. This period is called the monsoon or the rainy season. In Maharashtra, on some day before the start of the rainy season, the sky suddenly gets overcast. There is lightning and thunder. It rains heavily for a short while. These are called pre-monsoon showers. When it rains at other times besides the monsoon or pre-monsoon period, such rain is said to be untimely rain. Untimely rain comes without warning when we least expect it. People who have left their houses without umbrellas and raincoats have to run helter-skelter for shelter, or they have to get soaked in the rain. Untimely rains can also cause serious damage for people growing winter crops. Occasional light showers are good for this crop. But if it rains too much, fields get waterlogged and the crop may rot, causing much loss. Often, a hailstorm accompanies with untimely rains. Severe hail causes injuries to people and animals. It shatters roof tiles. It can damage crops in fields and fruits in orchards. If mango trees are in blossom, at that time the blossoms may rot or fall off. This leads to a fall in the mango production. Now we shall learn about the next natural disaster, that is the floods. Sometimes during the monsoons, it rains heavily and continuously for 3 or 4 days. This causes the level of water in a river to rise. That is, the river gets flooded. If it does not stop raining, settlements on its banks can also get flooded. Mud houses on the riversides collapse during a flood. People and animals may die due to drowning. Flooding of settlements causes problems in everyday life. At such times, we should go to a safe place at a height and come back only when the flood waters recede. So when the flood water becomes less, that time only we should come back to our own places where we used to stay earlier. The current of flood waters is very strong. It is dangerous to swim in flood waters. Now we shall learn about earthquake. Sometimes the rocks in the bowels of the earth move. As a result, waves are produced in the layers of rock. If a stone is thrown into a pool of still water, we see circular ripples around it. They move to the edges of the pool. After some time, the waves settle and the water becomes still as before. So this is an example of how the earthquakes occur. Exactly the same kind of waves are produced inside the earth. For a few seconds, the ground shakes. That is the earthquake. Then everything quietens down again. Where the earthquake occurs, buildings are shaken. Things inside the house all fall from their places. Houses that are not strong enough simply collapse into heaps. People get trapped under the heaps and get injured or even lose their life. The most damage occurs near the center of the earthquake. An earthquake also causes injuries or death of animals we keep. When an earthquake occurs, one should not panic. It lasts only a few seconds. During that time, heavy things around us can fall on us. This can cause harm. So what should we do at such times? So as soon as we feel the earthquake, we should go under a strong bed or table or stand under a door frame. This can prevent injuries from falling objects. Do you know, children? If an earthquake occurs while you are at school, sit under your desk or bench. Once the quake stops, come out in single file and gather together in the open school ground. Crowding, chaos and stampede can cause more damage than the earthquake itself. The next natural disaster is the tsunami. If the origin of the earthquake is in the sea, it produces gigantic sea waves. Each wave is the height of a 3 or 4 storage building. These waves come with tremendous force towards the coast and crash into the land. These waves are called tsunamis. If there are people living on the coast where a tsunami occurs, it causes much devastation. People or animals who come in the way of these waves are completely helpless. They drown and die. A tsunami comes with so much force that vehicles on the coast, along with the people in them, get thrown away to quite a distance. Vehicles are crushed. People inside get injured or die. The tsunami can also shatter houses and shops on the coast, as you can see in the picture. Now, children, do you know, in every city and district headquarters, there is a fixed drill to be followed in case of a natural disaster. There are specially trained volunteers for that purpose. If necessary, soldiers of the army are also called to help. So, these people are the volunteers who belong to the disaster management. Children, you must always remember this. We must obtain information about natural disasters to learn how we can prevent the loss that they can cause. So, children, what have we learned? Rain that falls at times other than in the rainy season is called untimely rain. Fields become waterlogged and crops rot. Hailstorms may also occur with untimely rains. Hailstorms can injure people as well as animals. It damages crops and orchards. If it rains heavily during the rains, the level of water in the river rises. This is called a flood. Sometimes flood waters enter areas where people are living. Houses collapse. People and animals drown and die. Everyday life becomes difficult. One should go to a place at a height till floods recede. Some movements in the bowls of the earth give rise to waves. This is called an earthquake. It causes houses to shake, things to fall down. Houses collapse into heaps. People and animals get trapped in them and die. During an earthquake, one should sit under a table or bed or stand under a door frame. When an earthquake has its starting point in the sea, it gives rise to gigantic waves. They are called tsunamis. If they reach the human settlements on the shores, they cause great devastation. So I hope so you've understood the lesson and enjoyed watching the video. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe my channel and stay tuned for more videos. Bye-bye.